Everyone, and welcome back to Slowpoke Racing and the Ultimate Racing League for our final race of what has been a fantastic championship, the BTCC replica. We're with the League One guys, and this is race 3 of round 10, so the absolute final race. What a season it has been. What a finish as well, actually. We have seen some great races in the previous two, and looking forward to this one. Now, the grid has been mixed up a bit. I'm not even going to try and explain how it's been mixed up, but it has been mixed up. So we're just going to get straight into this one. We're going to go down the grid and get this race underway. You can see the sun's gone down, or just going down. So it's getting a bit darker out there. The track's a little bit cooler. Change of tyres for some. It is mediums and softs that have to be used, so a change of tyres, as I say, for some. So let's have a look, shall we, and see where everybody is now. Stealth in the focus finds himself on pole position. Started last, or 8th rather, should I say, in race 2, but now finds himself all the way up the other end and on pole for race 3. Unforgiven just behind him in the Merc in P2. Brownie is 3rd. Brian Moncani is 4th. He'll be looking to make up for race 2. He led for most of the race and then had an off. I think it was turn 2, I think. And, it all went downhill from them for him. So he'll be looking to make amends for that. Nath in 5th. Grasshopper 6. Already had a win under his belt today. So he'll be looking to get another one, I'm sure. Scooby is 7th. He's had a good outing here in California. He's had 2 podiums already, so good racing from Scooby. And then Neil Farmack, our championship winner, is all the way down at the back, having won his won race 2. So back up to the top then. Let's get this race started for the final time then. These tuned road cars are off and running, and that focus should be very quick off the start, and Stealth just managing to hang on to P1, but Unforgiven. He's having a look at the inside as they go through the first couple of turns into turn 2. Oh, and Unforgiven goes too deep, couldn't get the car slowed down enough, and that's cost him a couple of places. Stealth regains the lead of this race. Brian Moncani, he's had a fantastic start. Started in 4th, he's now up into 2nd. Grasshopper in 3rd. What a start from him. Started 6th on the grid. He's on the soft tyres and already up into 3rd. Unforgiven dropped to 4th after that mistake at turn 2. Nath in 5th. Neil Farmack 6th, so already gained a couple of places for Neil Farmack. Brownie in 7th. He's dropped a few. And then Brownie in 8th. Sorry, I thought there was more on the grid there. I don't know what I'm looking at. So we're back up to our race leader with Stealth in the focus, which has struggled, to be fair, around this track. The car's not built for this kind of track. It is too twisty, but Stealth doing a good job so far as we come around turn 15 to complete the first lap, and he's already got a bit of a gap opening up between himself and Brian Moncani, just sitting behind him in 2nd. Both on the medium tyres. Grasshopper in 3rd on the softs. Does like to run the soft tyres in the last race, does Grasshopper. Now then, he's going to be looking for his 2nd win, and with the soft tyres, it's very possible, but he's got to get by the 2 guys in front of him first. Unforgiven has made his way back up into 4th after that early mistake he made. So hoping for better things from Unforgiven in this final race in the Mercedes. So he's trying to put the pressure on Grasshopper, although it's going to be difficult. Unforgiven on the soft tyres as well. Neil Farmack, he's in 5th, winner of race 2, winner of the championship as well, running medium tyres in this final race. He's currently sitting in 5th. Nath in 6th in the 2nd of the Mercedes, also on the medium tyres, with Scooby in 7th. And Brownie in 8th, both on the mediums. Brownie just struggled all day really here at Willow Springs. So back up to the top then, and Stealth around turn 15 across the line to start the third lap, and he is still in front, he is still leading. Oh no, he's picked up half a second. Oh, Stealth, we wanted you to keep it clean, but no, he's got half a second. Now then, he has got quite a pack chasing him down. It is Brian Mulcahy leading this group, with Grasshopper just behind and Unforgiven sitting in fourth. Now then, he's Brian. Let's jump on board with Brian, shall we? Why not? You can see the bar starting to fill up above Stealth's car, telling us we're going to be slowing down. Brian Mulcahy is within touching distance of Stealth, so he's definitely going to be taking the lead of this race when Stealth serves his penalty. But who else is going to capitalise on that? Grasshopper, well, we've suddenly jumped on board. I didn't mean to do that, sorry, but we have. So Stealth serves his penalty and tries to get back up to speed as Brian Mulcahy goes through. Oh, and Grasshopper was having a bit of a look, and he got away with that. He really cut that corner onto the sand, but I think because he was going in a straight line, it managed to keep the car straight. That could have been, well, that could have been disastrous for Grasshopper. A quick look behind, and wow, Unforgiven, he's practically pushing us along. He's having a good old look in the back of Grasshopper's car, isn't he? As Grasshopper having a look at Stealth into turn one. It is so tight in here. Now then, hold on the brakes. Has Grasshopper got the job done? It looks like he has, so great move from Grasshopper at the inside at turn 2. So Grasshopper now up into second, with Stealth in third, Unforgiven in fourth, trying to put the pressure on. Unforgiven, he fancies his chances of getting onto the podium, and well, I think he knows maybe that that Focus is struggling a little bit around here, but then again, I think so is the Merc. So this could be a fantastic battle between these guys. The Focus just taking a wider line through some of these turns just to try and avoid the front end sliding. Maybe the Merc can take the tighter lines. I know the BMW certainly can, but it is still very tight up at the front. The two guys, Brian and Grasshopper, can't really get away from this pack behind. As yeah, Unforgiven, I don't know if he's trying to siphon fuel out of the Focus or what, but he's that close, isn't he? Look, he's practically pushing him along. Slipstream doesn't really come into it on this track, because as soon as you get your foot down onto the power, you're at another turn. So it's a tough one. There is only really the back straight and then the start-finish straight that you can make a move, unless, as I say, somebody makes a bit of a mistake in front of you, or you're very brave. Scooby down in 6. Needs to push just a little bit harder if he wants to make it a hat-trick of podium finishes today. Finished twice on in second spot, so he would love to round off the championship with another podium finish. Nathan 7th, and Brownie, well, with a 1 second penalty, he's pulled into the pits, and so he's had technical issues all race, hasn't he, which has been really unfortunate. Brian Mulcahy coming under a lot of attention from Grasshopper as they come into turn 12. That turn has really caused some problems for a lot of these guys in this race, but look how close this racing is at the top. Brian Mulcahy just heading up this pack of what, 5 cars, as we see Neil and Stealth going side by side, but Neil has picked up a 1 second penalty, so Stealth just holding on to fourth, trying to keep Neil Farmer behind him. If he can stay in front of him up to the penalty zone, then that'll give him a bit more breathing space, because Neil will serve that penalty and drop off the back of this leading group. But it is very tight at the minute between the top 4, maybe 5. Well, it will be top 4 when Neil serves his penalty. As you see, he's just about to do that. So he will just lose touch of the guys in front of him. We'll just follow Neil around this tricky turn 8 as he starts on down the back straight, and there we go, bang, penalty served. Scooby will be allowed to catch up and get a little bit closer to Neil Farmack, but back up at the pointy end, it is Brian Mulcahy leading, as he did for most of race 2 until he made that mistake. I'm sure he does not want to be doing that again. But Brian leading just ahead of Grasshopper. Brian on the medium tyres, Grasshopper on the softs. Now then, is Grasshopper going to have a look as we come up towards turn 1. Unforgiven now in 3rd, with Stealth in 4th. In fact, you know what, let's jump on board with Stealth and we can see what's happening up at the front anyway. A quick look behind us. Neil Farmack is there, but he's not quite close enough to put a bit of pressure on. So into turn 3 they go, this sweeping left-hander. Then we've got this right, left, right of turns 4, 5 and 6. Brian Moncani still out in front. Grasshopper still just sitting behind him. Unforgiven now trying to put the pressure on Grasshopper actually. So Unforgiven desperate to get onto that podium. Stealth just sitting there in 4th, watching it all happen in front of him, hoping that one of those 3 guys makes a mistake. Neil Farmack is getting closer. The championship leader and well winner is getting closer now. Then into turn 12, this is the one that's catching a lot of people out, but the 3 guys have all 4 guys, sorry, have got through there, and Neil Farmack as well. So all nice and tidy as dirt is being kicked up. I feel sorry for the poor guy. Got to wash these cars at the end of the race. Looks a bit like my car at the minute, actually covered in dust. Oh, Neil's picked up another 1 second penalty. So he does all that hard work and catches up to the back of Stealth and this leading group, and then somehow manages to pick himself a 1 second penalty up, which will drop him off the pack again. Wow, and then he has to do it all over. Scooby sitting in 6th with Nathan in 7th and Brownie still in the pits. But this is the battle that we want to watch. There is nothing in it at the minute. This is fantastic racing, and what a way to end a brilliant season. We are fast approaching the last 5 minutes. It is Brian Moncani leading this race. Grasshopper in 2nd. Brian tries to go defensive as we come down this back straight through 9, 10, 11. Then we're staring at turn 12. This is the one that catches a lot of people out, but they are through there successfully. It is still Brian Moncani. Grasshopper glued to his bumper. Unforgiven having a right good sniff around the rear end of that BMW as well. Stealth still sitting there in 4th. He's not letting the guys get away, is he? This is a fantastic battle. And then Scooby in 5th. He managed to get by Neil Farmack, who served that penalty. And then Neil Farmack in 6th with Nath, not that far behind actually, in 7th. We're back up to the top then, and Grasshopper is desperately looking for a way by Brian Moncani, but Brian is a good racer. He is good at defending as well, and it is only going to be a mistake that really allows Grasshopper through, although Grasshopper is on the softer tyres. But with every turn those tyres are degrading. Grasshopper though very, very good at looking after his tyres, but he will be desperate to get by Brian. And here we go, is this it? There was a bit of a door bashing session there. Oh, I thought Grasshopper was going to go for it, but Brian's managed to hold on to that P1. Stealth now has moved up into 3rd. So Stealth, I'm sorry we missed that, but Stealth managed to get by Unforgiven, but Unforgiven is still there sitting in 4th. Scooby now moved up to the back of these, so he's now 5, in fact 6, because Neil Farmack counting his usual 1 second penalty in this 3rd race. So Neil Farmack picking up yet another 1 second. That's about 3 or 4 seconds penalties he's had so far in this race. Back up to the top, and it is still Brian Moncani. We are at the 11 minutes 30 seconds, so 3.5 minutes to go. Brian Moncani still leading as we come around turn 3. Grasshopper in 2nd, Stealth in 3rd now, with Unforgiven in 4th. Then we've got Scooby and Neil Farmack just behind him, as Unforgiven kicks up a little bit more dirt to try and put the guys off behind. Grasshopper, let's just stay with Grasshopper now then. Is this the time to make his move on the exit of turn 8? And he is side by side with Brian Moncani, and I think Grasshopper, no, I thought Grasshopper had just got his nose in front, but the Genesis may just have too many beans, and he has. I think he's got 1 or 2 many beans for the BMW in a straight line, so well done to Brian Moncani. But Grasshopper is still piling the pressure on, trying to force that mistake from Brian, who at the minute is doing an absolute fantastic job of keeping Grasshopper behind him. Stealth in 3rd, not letting the two guys get away. So this really is anybody's race at the minute. We do have a couple of laps left, and any one of these top 4 or 5 cars could win this race. Now then, Grasshopper again having a look as we go around turn 3, and has he got it done this time? No, another bit of a bump there. Grasshopper trying to go around the outside at turn 4 into turn 5 and then 6. It is Brian Moncani and Grasshopper. Fantastic racing between these guys. Yes, there is a bit of touchy-feely, but you can't help it on a track. Oh, and almost 3 wide into turn 8 as Stealth slips through. Grasshopper gets the move done. Let's just go back and watch that again. Great racing from the... I mean, look at this. They are almost touching, but you can't help it. The track is just not wide enough. And then Grasshopper gets himself on the inside as we go through turns 5 and 6. Through turn 7, and Grasshopper slides on through and takes the lead. And a quick look behind us. Brian got caught out a little bit, I think. Stealth slips through into second, and then Unforgiven tries to take advantage as well. Come on, Mark, get the right camera. So Stealth into second. He will be absolutely loving this, but I bet the sweat is pouring off him in the minute. Brian Moncani down into third. He's got his hands full at the minute trying to fend off Unforgiven. Unforgiven would dearly love to get onto the podium, wouldn't he? Scooby's there as well in 5th. We can't write him off. Already had 2 podiums today. And Neil Farmack in 6th. Where's his 1 second penalty gone? He's not picked it up this time around. So let's go back up to the top, and Grasshopper now starting to put some distance between himself and Stealth, who is leading this little group just behind him. Brian Moncani moves up into 3rd. Oh, come on, Stealth. We want a podium finish from the Focus. I would really love to see that happen. Grasshopper looking for his 2nd win of the day. We are into the last minute as they come around turn 8. This is going to be tight. I'm not sure if they're going to get one more lap out of this or not. I don't think they will, actually. I think this is going to be the final lap. Stealth holding on to second, so all you've got to do, Stealth, is just complete these final few turns. Remember turn 12, don't get caught out there. Hard on the brakes to make that turn, and yes, we are around. I'm just going to keep an eye on Grasshopper as he comes around the final turn. Now then, I think they may well actually get another lap in. Grasshopper certainly will, as he crosses the line to start lap 13. Stealth then across the line with Brian Moncani, Scooby, Unforgiven and Neil Farmack. They've all managed to get another lap in as Neil Farmack starts to put the pressure on Unforgiven. As Scooby's gone by and into 4th. We missed that one. Nathan's finished. We're sorry we missed that one, but we have got to stay with these guys up at the front. It is Grasshopper looking good for the win. Stealth in 2nd, doing everything he can to keep Brian Moncani behind him as we come up through these twisty, turny section of the track. It's ridiculous how bad this track is. I've said it a few times, I know, I keep saying it. It is the worst track on GT7, but Stealth holding off Brian Moncani to take 2nd. Brian Moncani in 3rd. Scooby in 4th. We can't write him off, as I've already said. Been on the podium twice already today. Unforgiven in 5th. What a fantastic finish to this race. Neil Farmack there in 6th. He's not going to get on the podium unless something disastrous happens. So back up to the top, and it is a brilliant win for Grasshopper. Well done to him. Stealth, come on Stealth, across the line for 2nd. Yes, so Stealth gets 2nd. Brian Moncani 3rd. Scooby 4th. Unforgiven 5th. Neil Farmack 6th, with Nathan across the line in 7th. Wow. What a fantastic finish to a brilliant season. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have. If you have, then please hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed already, if you could do so, that'll help me out so we can bring you more races like this. I cannot wait for the next one. It is going to be Group 3s or 4s or something. I don't know. We will let you know. But for now, I'm going to leave it there and say thank you to the guys for some excellent racing this season. Well done to Neil Farmack for the win and for the championship win, sorry. So well done to him, but well done to everybody. It has been fantastic racing throughout the season and cannot wait for the next one. That's it from me. Stay safe. I shall catch you all later.